So I just made it past Customs, San Jose Airport, San Jose, Costa Rica. First time in Costa Rica. If I make YouTube video?
Por video?
Yeah. ¿Cómo se llama?
My name is Christian.
Christian, yo soy Jeremy.
You welcome to Costa Rica.
Thank you. Primero tiempo.
Ah, okay, perfect.
So I'm walking through Escazu. It's a neighborhood in San Jose, Costa Rica. It's a pretty nice neighborhood. I got a little guest house that's about 2 miles away from the dental office. So anyways, I got an x-ray and I got all the stuff what was wrong with my teeth. And it amounts to almost $18,000, and that's in Costa Rica. So you can imagine what it would probably cost to fix it in America. But I still don't know exactly what I'm going to do. It has to do with, I need like 4 implants. I need like veneers. They need to do some kind of bone graft on the upper teeth. Just all kinds of stuff, you know. So I don't think I'm even going to do much of that on this trip. I just wanted to get an opinion, and I wanted to come to Costa Rica because I've never been here. So so far I've just been I flew from San Francisco to Atlanta, and then I was in Atlanta for a few hours. And then got to San Jose, Costa Rica airport, and I took a taxi. Somebody told me I shouldn't take an Uber from the airport because in that jurisdiction it's supposedly not legal, but then somebody else told me it would have been fine. So again, I probably paid more than I should have for the taxi, but it's really hard to negotiate these things as a tourist, you know. They're just used to, you know. So anyway, it's fine. I mean, I did what I needed to do, although I haven't done the work on my teeth yet. At least I know some of what I need to do. So anyway, that's So I got this cute little room here. I got it for 2 days for $75. More expensive than Thailand, but still not too bad compared to American standards. It's a very nice room. I'm very happy to be here. Okay, so today in Costa Rica, I went and got a suggested treatment. There's 2 prices that I suggested to pay for all the work, coming out to almost $18,000. So here's the crown zirconium, sinus lift, zirconium implant, filling, another filling, extraction, zirconium implant. Oh, I should show the prices. So for the crown, zirconium, sinus lift, 60. So that's the first treatment, and that's 10,285. The second treatment is second. So they're basically like breaking it up into two to make it easier for me, but I mean 10,000 is a lot too. So this is crowns and all these different teeth, I guess. So 15 crowns altogether at $490 each, $73.50. Having a little tea on my first night in Costa Rica. Why does tea taste so good in Costa Rica? Jogging down the street here, San Jose. Escazu. Escazu is where I am right now. It's really nice. San Jose, Costa Rica. Country Club, Costa Rica. Looks like Beverly Hills over here, huh? Escazu, Costa Rica. Cicadas are hella loud. Wow, very good, bravo. Nice. Escazu. So I'm just doing a little jog here over in Escazu, going over towards Santa Ana, Costa Rica. Look at that, Costa Rica. So that direction is where the big mall is that I just went to, just to get something to drink, really. One thing it's a little harder here in terms of hydration is in Thailand and Japan, there's just places to get drinks everywhere. Here it's like, yeah, you can find little stores and stuff, but it's just not quite as simple. Bienvenidos, Refugio de Animales Silvestres, Refugio Animal. Auto Mercado, hey, that rhymes. Just hiked up this pretty steep trail hill over here, but look at this. It's pretty nice areas over here. This is Santa Ana near Escazu. I think I'm gonna do an experiment. So many times when I travel, it's just like open-ended. I just go somewhere. I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone. I don't really plan that much. I kind of plan while I'm going. And it kind of works out good a lot of the time. Because a lot of the time you'll find out certain places you didn't know about from other people, you know. But I just want to try as an experiment to choose a place and go, I'm going for 2 weeks. I'm staying at these places. I'm spending this much money. You know, I don't know, something like that, you know. Be stronger than your excuses. Look at this. ¿Cuánto fue the blueberries? Two,
Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás?
So for the first couple of days in Costa Rica, I actually haven't spent money on food because I brought food with me, and there was food that came with the breakfast at the hotel. But I felt like I really needed a salad, so I got this salad at Comida Consciente. I ate the whole thing. It was good. I got this salad at Comida Consciente. I ate the whole thing. The pigeon after the flea market, still looking for some lost remnants here, huh? So back in the States, my friend is doing like a flea market. He's like managing it. And he's like, yeah, you can have a table here. You can play your music, blah, blah, blah. So like, I think I might go. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to just put in storage. And from there, I can just start like getting rid of stuff, selling stuff, and just lightening my load. I don't have a car and might need to rent a car on certain days, or maybe a U-Haul. I'm not exactly sure logistics yet, but something like that. So sometimes it can be confusing to figure out where to live. You know, you have certain comfort zones, and then you have certain other places you might want to try out. And it just sometimes is hard to make a decision on what to do, you know. So I think I really need like a good vehicle that I could just crash in. Like I'm thinking maybe like a Honda CR-V. Just, you know, I'm not in the mode of like, you know, leasing some place for 6 months, you know. I don't know if I'll ever be in that mode. I mean, I'd rather own something, right? But I'm just trying to figure that out right now. Seeking advice about dentists. So I came to Costa Rica because I heard that it's like some of the best dental for the price. And I've been having some bad teeth aches and stuff. I actually need to get an extraction, and I need about 4 implants, which could get costly, especially if done in America. So in 2011, I had gone to Tijuana to get an extraction and a cleaning, and I wasn't able to find that dentist when I was looking before. But then today, while I'm in Costa Rica, I actually did find him. So I might talk to him too. But anyways, what's happened is the first day I got into Costa Rica, I went to a dentist office, and I really liked the people, but the initial consultation said it was going to be 40, but it turned out to be like about 220 because we did x-rays. So anyway, to do a lot of the work would be a lot more than I'm willing to pay right now. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I met somebody at this hotel who was telling me that this other place is really awesome. It's like 6th in the world, and that they would give me a much better price. So I went down to their office today, and they said that they were going to be closed for a few days because there's a holiday. So they're going to be closed like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, opening Monday. So I said I'd like to book an appointment. So I got an appointment, and then they were like, oh, I got an email. It's going to be like a couple $100 for the x-rays and everything. So then I was like, oh, well, I got the x-rays. How much will it be if I use the x-rays from the other place? It'll still be like $100 for the consultation, which isn't that bad. But the awkward part for me is getting the x-rays from the other dental office, because it's kind of like admitting that I want to go somewhere else or get a second opinion, and are they even liable to give it to me? Or that's what's confusing, is you pay all this money for the dental x-rays, but they're not really. I think I even said like, well, can I have, when I was going to pay for it, when they told me how much it was, I was like, well, can I have the x-rays? But they never gave me the x-rays. So I'm just wondering, like, if I request it, are they supposed to give it to me? And does anyone else dealt with this kind of thing? So the other thing is, what I need is I need an extraction, and I need about 4 implants and crowns, which would be later on, but also veneers supposedly. So I think the veneers aren't as important, of course, as the implants and stuff like that. But and also I'm kind of trying to do it holistically, not using too much metal. I think that zirconium is preferable to titanium, if I'm getting it right, because it doesn't have as much of the metal, or no metal. But then the guy yesterday was telling me that titanium's really good. So I don't know, I find the whole thing kind of confusing, I'm trying to not do metal, but then some people say it's fine. I'm just wondering what your guys' opinions are. Okay, so it's Saturday, March 30th, 2024. I'm on like around my 5th day in Costa Rica. I got this pear nectar juice. It's delicious. It was right around just a little over $2. I've been running around here. I think I'm gonna try to get a little further into town. We'll see. Look at this coin in Costa Rica. It's 500 colones, which is about $1. Is that not a pretty coin or what? Look at that. It's like a gold piece. So now I'm on my bus. First time here. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of be careful with my phone. Rica. Los que saben, saben. If you know, you know. So I'm going back to the first hotel I stayed at. They were closed for a few days. This last one I stayed at was okay, but I prefer the first one. It's slightly more expensive, but it's worth it because it's just, I don't know, a little bit easier of an environment. I walked by this church, they're doing How Great Thou Art in Spanish. It sounds pretty good. Banana's got a little mushy. So I'm back at the guest house where I started in Costa Rica. They had to close for a few days for the holy holiday. I'm glad to be back. The lady at the other place was really nice, 2 sisters. But the shower was really weird. Like it would I don't know. I just can't explain it. It was just, it was just go hot and cold, and then a little would run. It was just so weird. But that place was okay for a few days. But this place is a little more peaceful, and just glad to be back. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do today on Sunday. I'm not really sure. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get the x-rays from the dentist. Book an appointment for the other dentist. See what's up with that. My bananas are all mushy. Mushy. And I am seeing more and more why people spend money on good lodging when they go places, because in Thailand you can get good, decent lodging for really cheap, but here, if you don't spend more than a certain amount, like you might be in some house and, people clomping up and down the stairs and getting into arguments, and, I don't know, there's just a lack of control as opposed to staying in like a Hyatt or something. And I think that I'm just getting more and more in my older age realistic about money and why it's good to have it and why it's good to spend it. And how sometimes I make myself suffer because I'm trying to not spend money. And I guess I just gotta make more money, but that's part of the plan. So anyway, speaking of dental work, you know what I mean? Like I've been quoted $18,000, in Costa Rica. How much would it be in America? 4 implants to do, extraction. And believe me, I'm not complaining because I've been really lucky in terms of health. I've not had like any health problems besides my teeth. A flu every couple years, maybe. I didn't get sick from COVID, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to like, woe is me at all. But I got like spaces here in between, make it harder to chew. I got tooth pain. I gotta take care of this shit, man. And it's like, I gotta spend some bucks, And usually I just try to do shit on the cheap. This is kind of cheaper, but it's still not cheap. It's still quite a lot of money to spend. But, I was talking to a friend of mine and he got implants, and even though he has a great job with benefits, he still had to pay for his implants because they consider that an elective surgery, something that you don't actually really need. But it's not very healthy to have gaps in your teeth because you're not able to chew good. You know, if I have another extraction of this tooth that I need to get extracted, then I have 4 spaces, I'll really have struggles. So I want to be able to chew my food good. That's part of what's good digestion, you know. Optimum Health Institute, where I stayed, they tell you to chew your food like 100 times. And I don't do that, but the point is, we don't chew our food enough, you know. It should almost be like a meditation, you know. And that's why it's good to not wait until you're starving to eat so that you don't wolf it down, you know. Right now, I'm eating my bananas just because I feel like I got them yesterday and I'm carrying them around. They're kind of going bad, so I got to eat them. But it's good though because it's like I'd rather fill up now before I'm super hungry. A lot of times in the past, I just wait till I'm hungry and then I wolf shit down. I've learned that it's good to like fuel up, especially in the morning. I mean, I remember I used to just skip breakfasts, you know. I mean, it's good to fuel up in the morning, I think. I mean, there is intermittent fasting too, but I think it is good to have little gaps in time sometimes. But I'm more on the Durian Rider end of things where I don't really believe in fasting that much because your metabolism kind of gets to know your body, right? And so if you're not eating for long periods of time, and then your metabolism is going to slow down. So there might be legitimate benefits to water fasting, juice fasting. A lot of spiritual type of people do that kind of stuff, but you have to be really careful with it in terms of gaining weight because, you know, say you fast a couple of days and then you have a big meal, that's going to put on more weight because your body's slowed down its metabolism, you know. But I think there is stuff to having a time period where you don't eat. I think that is healthy, but basically that's like when you're sleeping for the most part. I think some people think it's great to do 16 hours not eating, and that could be good. I don't know. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying I think that like it's I tend to be going more for this contrarian view the Dairy Writer talks about, and part of that view is a lot of fruits and carbs. And the Kipner diet is kind of similar, where you're doing a lot of rice, a lot of fruits, and I just feel better on that than if I were to do like all protein or something. You know, I'll have a little bit of protein stuff, but I don't feel bad eating a lot of fruit. I really don't. I mean, yesterday, all I ate was some bananas from this pack. When I got into I was drinking some juice. I would stop and get juices the whole day. But then I had some fruit cups. Like, I think there was like papaya, pineapple, stuff like that. Just 2 like middle-sized cups. And then I had like a couple tortillas that were just plain but heated. And I also had some nuts that I had left over, I think. I forgot what they were, but I mean, it's weird because usually I'd be starving and I'd want to eat a lot more. If I was starving, I would eat, but I'm just not that hungry. And I think maybe it's just from the being on the edge about trying to figure out my dental stuff and being in a different country alone, even though, like, I went traveling alone October. Before I didn't meet up with my brother until like December, but
So I was in Japan and Philippines all alone for about a week each. And I didn't really feel anxious because I wasn't dealing with my teeth stuff, you know. In Japan, and when I went to Thailand, I met up with my buddy Snack, Ben, and we hung out for a few weeks. And then I was on my own for a few more weeks, and I was kind of appreciating the time alone, actually. And then my brother came, and then for a couple months, I was traveling with my brother. So it's kind of funny the haphazard way that, like, me and my brother will travel. Like, I don't think, I think the way I travel, I have to change it, like, if I travel with anyone else, because, like, for instance, when we were in Krabi, right? We went down to Phuket, and we knew we wanted to go to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai in the north, and those are two different towns, right? I kind of wanted to go to Chiang Mai more, I think, and I think he wanted to go to Chiang Rai more. But we were both kind of like, you know, down to go to either place. And what happened was, like, there was a bus going to Chiang Rai sooner, so we got on that bus. And then we ended up staying there for 2 months. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just funny. You know, it's like choose your own adventure. We don't tend to, like, have an itinerary, you know. I mean, so I was thinking that I am going to try to be a little more organized in my traveling. But on this trip, I didn't even have a guest house when I got here. I got to the dental office. I literally took a cab to the dental office from the airport, and I was filling out the papers, and it asked me where I was staying. And I booked this hotel. So, anyway, it is what it is, right? So, anyway, so for a few days, I was just really discovering around here, just going around Escazu, going around San Antonio, San Rafael, just staying in the suburban parts. But yesterday I just got kind of like, I just wanted to see what was out there, and I got on the bus and I went into town, and it's kind of exciting, you know, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go do more or not. I'm trying to decide. I'm glad to be in this quiet place. I mean, it's not always quiet. Like, sometimes you're doing work and stuff, but it's just, it's more like the vibe is quiet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to hear someone start arguing or something all of a sudden, you know? So, anyway. There are these guys I met from Florida a few days back. They're really cool. One of the guys, Roy, was the one telling me about Goodness Dental, and he told me about all these adventures he's had, diving all over the world, in like Bonaire and just all over the place, you know. And he said he used to hang out in Nicaragua back, you know, in the 80s and stuff, and just some of the stories he had were just really cool. And his friend Tony had some cool stories living in Florida. So it's kind of neat. Sometimes you meet these people on the road, and they're pretty interesting people, you know. Peace to Roy and Tony. Thank you. So it's been like 3 months since the new year. Around the new year, I had about 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now I have 1,229, so that's 229 in 3 months. It's a very slow, gradual build, but I'm not really doing much but making organic videos and putting them up. So, you know, I think that's not so bad. If I go up like 100 per month, you know, not quite 100 per month, more like probably 80 or something, but 70, 80 per month. But that's not that bad considering I'm just kind of like, you know, telling my story slowly but surely. So 3 months ago, me and my brother were in Laos. We went there to update our visas. And then we came back, and we had only been in Chiang Rai for a week, but we stayed another couple months. In the beginning of, or the end of the month, we got our passports stamped again near the mall in Chiang Rai where there's immigration. And the guy was saying something about that, like, you got to make sure that your hotel registers you to immigration, or else you could get a fine. But I was like, but I'm kind of like, isn't it up to the hotel to do that? Like, I can't like enforce the hotel to do that. And he was like, yeah, it's kind of like they're supposed to do it, but you're supposed to kind of make sure they do. So I think part of me just kind of was like, oh, I don't want to get a fine. And then like, and he's like, oh, and you've been in and out of the country a few times. So I just felt like it was going to be time to leave by that next month. So that's why we went to Japan in March, early March, and but then decided to go back home to America. And I started having teeth problems. So I should have actually done more for my teeth when I was in Asia, but here I am. So I'm trying to figure that out in Costa Rica. So that's what I'm doing now. So I met another person at the hotel that told me about another dentist, but I'm just having one more session tomorrow, just a second opinion. I'm able to use my x-rays from my first visit. That was able to go through, so that saves me $100 I don't have to spend. So it's just like $100 on the inspection. So other than that, I don't think I want to do the work right now. I want to just get some ideas of how much it costs. I'm also a little bit confused about the differences. Some people say titanium's better, some people say the non-metal one's better, but then some people say it's not because it's not as tough. So I'm just trying to figure it all out, you know. Thanks for the stone. Thanks for the stone.
You know, it's really hard to find the perfect place, but sometimes when you're traveling around, you do feel like, wow, this is kind of like my cup of tea, you know? But then sometimes you want to be back with your family and friends, and, you know, your hometown might not be your cup of tea, but you gotta hang out there sometimes. They make it look fun, don't they? Man, I'd do that job. It looks fun. So this is the suburb where I've been staying, Escazu. Actually, it's also called San Antonio up here. I'm not sure. It's kind of like Escazu's the region and San Antonio is the neighborhood, I think. Not exactly sure, but it's a pretty nice view of mountains here, huh? It's sort of a nice neighborhood, really. Got me a brand new razor blade. Oh, you think that I had it made, 'cause it feels so good to shave with my brand new razor blade. That one's kind of like an NPC. I don't know if that'll work or not. So like I went to Optimum Health Institute in 2011, and it's a really good place to like get in shape. I mean, you lose weight if you're overweight, but
it's really hard to maintain that kind of diet when you're not there, because it's like they have all the food prepared and everything. So it's like really easy to eat super healthy there when you're there. But like, you go through this thing where like, I'm never gonna eat a Twix bar again. You know what I mean? But it's like when you're back in the real world, it's not that easy. There's just, there's food out there, and but I was just thinking about, well, I eat a lot of bananas now. I'm more like a lot of fruit and stuff like that, and the fruit was not big there. They did not do a lot of fruit there. In fact, there was one lady that kind of had bananas that she kind of took from the supermarket because they didn't have them there. She was working there as a missionary too. So basically, my experience in Optimum Health Institute, I went there with my brother in January of 2011, and I had like a little bit of money, and so we had known about it for a long time because we had some family friends that had talked about it for years, and it just sounded like a cool place, like if you want to get like, like more energy and eat healthy and stuff like that. And they had told us about the missionary program, which is where you could do a work exchange. But it turns out you have to have gone as a guest for 3 weeks. So anyway, we went for a week, and then I was having a great time, and then this lady was. It was like there was like before the talent show, I think on Friday night. There's a lady. I can't remember her name, but she was actually on one of those Donald Trump shows, one of those reality shows. But she goes, so you're coming back next week, right? And I'm like, oh, no, I can't afford to come here 2 weeks in a row. I mean, it's expensive. And then there was this lady who overheard me, or she was actually sitting with us, and she goes, oh, well, I was going to donate money to them anyway, so I'll just pay for you to have a week here. And I was like, what? Because like, I loved the place, and I was like so stoked to stay another week. And I was like, oh my God, like I played a song for her and dedicated a song for her and hung out with her for a little while. She was really nice. And her name was Judy. And then there was this other guy who goes, hey, I'm going to pay for your, maybe your brother wants to come too. So my brother got his second week sponsored too, right? And then we did the second week. So you do a lot of wheatgrass juicing. You do a lot of just like you do like these workshops too, and just a lot of chill stuff, some hiking, but you don't do super hard exercise because they're just trying to kind of like, I mean, actually when I was a missionary, I started doing harder exercises on my own, but as a guest, I didn't really. So the second week, there was another lady who was like, she's like, oh, I want you guys to do the whole 3 weeks, because what so we got sponsored to do a third week. And this is all like not asking or anything. This is just people like that were kind of like almost like, just helping out, because like once you get the 3 week, then you can apply to be a missionary, right? So then the third week went by, and we felt like really good shape after 3 weeks of being there. I mean, I was probably like way thinner than I am now, but anyway, so after I did my 3 weeks, I decided to apply to be a missionary. So a missionary, you have to do some kind of work for like 4 hours a day. And instead of paying like, at the time, I think I paid like we paid like $1,000 each for the room for a week, but now it's more. It's probably a couple thousand. But like, for a month, you got to stay there for like $700, but you had to work. And you weren't like a guest. It's just different. You know what I mean? But you still get access to a lot of the good food and everything. And it was pretty cool. I mean, I had some struggles there, definitely, that I don't really want to talk about. Just, personal struggles with some of the other people that work there and stuff like that. But I had some people that were very helpful to me when I was there too. And I actually, you know, and, you know, so it was good. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth. I was feeling like it was really good for my health, but sometimes I was just, after a few months, I was ready to be, done. But I went through the whole thing, and now it's been 13 years since I've been there, and I would like to go back actually. It's probably changed a lot. I went there recently with my friend Susie. She's gone a few times. There's certain people you meet there that you don't really forget. You might not see them in a while or whatever, but it's just like one of those kind of experiences that kind of stays with you. And yeah, I guess it's funny because I was listening to an interview where Flea was interviewing Jewel, and he said that they had met each other at the Optimum Health Institute. I don't know if if he was actually staying there or if he just went there. You can also go there on Sundays for lunch, and they do a tour. You pay like a few bucks, and but the difference in my diet now, and is that I do more fruits and stuff. But I would go back and do that Optimum Health Institute diet temporarily. But I feel like fruits aren't bad. I don't feel like banana's bad, In fact, it's probably my main staple, But so yeah, for anyone who wants to like get in really good shape, you gotta just try it out. It's expensive, but it's worth it. It's better than going on some vacation where you just kind of like, indulge yourself or something. It's really something where you kind of build up, health and stuff like that. The challenging part is keeping the health up when you get back home, because it's like, it's always the challenge with me. It's funny because I had like 20 or 30 bucks left over from my Costa Rican money, and I got a $10 salad. And then later on, I'm counting my money, and I only have like $4 or something. And I think I might have given the wrong bills, like the big, you know what I'm saying? I might have given her too much money, which is kind of silly, but I guess I could just consider it like I gave her a good tip. Here's your $25 tip on a $10 salad. $50. So I'm in this beautiful guest house, not even a half a kilometer from where I was just staying last. So I liked the other place, but like someone was smoking in the next room, and it was wafting into my room because there was like an air vent, kind of like that, but like up above. Like it wasn't the kind you could even close, and so the smoke was kind of wafting into my room at night. And then like just little things like the water wasn't really running that well, this and that. And then the lady said, "Oh, we don't have your room available. You'll have to get a more expensive room." So out of curiosity, I went back on Agoda, and I found this place was like $5 more. Or no, actually it was about $15 more. It was $5 more than it would have been if I took her other room, but it's about $50. But look at this.
You know, I'm just used to kind of like roughing it a lot. So when I get a room like this, I really appreciate it. You know, I really appreciate it. I don't know what it is, but I just love these like old, like 1980s Toyotas, maybe 70s even. The first car I ever had was a 76 Toyota Corona. And I see a lot more of those kind of cars here in Costa Rica. And, like, I just saw somebody driving like an older Toyota. It's an older guy, and I go, "Oh man, cool car." And he's like, "Ah, thank you, you know, gracias, you know." And I know I like the old cars here. It's kind of cool. It's not like 50s cars, but it's like 70s, 80s cars. You know? For instance, look at this Hyundai. It's like a little truck. I think they call it a pony. And you don't see those very much in America. If you try to look those up, most of the ones on sale are in different countries like here. This is how you do Costa Rica 1 week from California or somewhere in the States for $1,000. $500 for a round trip flight, could be less, especially if you're like in Dallas or something. Dude, they have flights under $100 each way from Dallas. But anyway, I'm just gonna say 500, that should cover even the taxi to your Airbnb. Then give yourself this really nice guest house I'm staying in, $50 a night. That's $350. Got $150 left over. I know that's not a lot, but you're gonna be walking, you're gonna be bussing. My whole thing is I just take the cabs when I need them, you know. So that's just how you could do a week here and stay in the nice part, Escazu. You can venture off into the city a couple times. It's $1 on the bus each way, you know. For food, if you're trying to budget, you can go to Vindi Grocery and get like bananas. You could get macaroni salad or whatever for, you know, $5 or something, you know. So give or take around $1,000 you can do in a week in Costa Rica with the flight. If you want to just get away for a week and you don't want to spend your whole inheritance or whatever. Look how pretty this salad is. Oh, delicious. I think a really empowering part of success, and which I'm not financially successful, I guess. I mean, yet. I mean, I'm doing better than I was. But I think that a big, for me, being able to take care of people, like, I have a couple friends that have some real bad health issues, you know, and really a lot of that could be solved with money, you know. It's like if I had millions of dollars, I could just be like, oh, do this, do that, you know. I could go spend thousands on my teeth and get them all taken care of, you know, in a holistic manner. So I'm gonna go for it this year. See, I really like having a room with the view, man. It really makes you feel nice. Look at this place. It's great. A little more than what I was paying, but it's worth every penny.
That's what you call a bathroom right there, huh?
I got this cool room. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. So I'm staying at this really cool sort of arty bed and breakfast type of place. And I got upgraded because I wanted to stay another day and they didn't have my room. So they're letting me stay in this room for the same price. And look how nice it is. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love this place. God, I love it.
This is like the type of place I want to live in. So inspiring. Yeah. So I'm here at the Tierra Magica B&B studio. I got upgraded from my other room because I wanted another day, and my room was booked, so they gave me this clean room. Look how beautiful it is with the art. This is like a room you want to live in. Look at this. Check out this shower. Wow. You get like the sunlight in from like the greenhouse. Immaculate. So the prognosis on my teeth is that I need a lot done. It might seem kind of weird because the main reason I came to Costa Rica was to get my teeth stuff figured out, but I didn't really have a plan. I went straight to a dentist office and I got a prognosis. Then I got another prognosis yesterday. And, you know, one of the prognoses was around 18,000. One of the prognoses was around 20,000. So, I need implants, but, as a holistic person that doesn't want metal in my teeth, I don't want to do the titanium, but then there's been some issues with zirconium. So till I figure it out, I'm just gonna go an extremely holistic route where I'm gonna try to remineralize my teeth, and do coconut oil pulls and all kinds of stuff to try to make my teeth better. And eventually I will probably get the work done, but right now I've just decided that I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on it. I just I'm just not in a position to do that right now. So maybe in the future. I think I do like America Dental in Costa Rica. They seem like a really good place. So, but for now, I do have an appointment at a dentist in America on the 29th. So I don't know what that'll entail exactly. I don't think it's holistic, but it's I'm gonna give it a whirl. So so my story is that I used to have a lot of mercury fillings in my teeth when I was a kid and teenager, and I feel like that gave me problems, actually, psychologically even. And I was at Whole Life Expo in the early 90s, and I found out that there's a way to get them extracted. And so I had a job when I was 20 years old where I delivered pizzas, and I saved up my money, and I spent a couple $1,000s getting all of my mercury fillings replaced with ceramic. But then, down the line, some of those have fallen out, and I've had a few extractions, so I have some gaps in my teeth, quite a few gaps in my teeth, which make it hard to chew really good. You can't see it, but one's here, one's here, one's here. And so that needs to be fixed eventually. So, but anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I also have met lots of people that are against putting metal in your mouth, like titanium, because it's just supposedly not good for your body to have that in your. And then, but then I've heard other people say that zirconium implants can break easier. So that's why I'm kind of at a checkmate on what to do, and I've just decided to just try to go a very holistic route for a little while and not chew super chewy foods until I get it figured out. I'll probably be doing a lot of juicing and a lot of smoothies, and you know, if I do eat food, I'll be trying to make an effort to chew a lot before, you know, because I think sometimes I'll just scarf down my food, and I think that actually that has contributed to weight gain, is not chewing food good enough and just scarfing it down too fast. And so I'm trying to work on being more mindful when I eat. So anyway, that's just part of my journey here. I'm leaving Costa Rica tomorrow. I think it's a beautiful place. I didn't really see outside of the city in the suburb of San Jose and Escazu. But if I come back, I would like to go to the beaches and all that kind of stuff. That wasn't really my purpose on this journey. But, and plus I feel like I have a lot to do back home. I'm going to try to sell a lot of my stuff, get rid of some of my stuff so that I don't have my stuff all over the place. I'm just trying to consolidate my life, you know. So that's where I am right now, and I plan to be in California for the next few months, unless some kind of amazing opportunity comes up. You never know. But I'm really thankful for this trip. I'm really thankful for the places I got to stay. And it's actually been a great journey. And I actually really wanted to do a shorter journey like this. So it actually really fulfilled what I was trying to do. Because, like, you know, sometimes I just think, you know, it'd be cool just to go somewhere for a little while. And I really feel like, you know, a 10-day trip is sometimes all you need. So another thing about holistic dentistry, a lot of people are against getting root canals. I'm not exactly, I don't know the exact whys, and, you know, but like a root canal was actually recommended to me by the second dentist I went to. The first dentist I went to was more holistic, so they didn't recommend that. But I would be interested in people's opinions on root canals, and if they ever, you know, had any health issues from it, or if they think it's not bad, or, you know, if you've ever had a root canal, what your opinion is on that. And I just know there's a lot of split opinions over that, in the same way that there's a lot of split opinions over zirconium versus titanium fillings. I used to not care that much about sleep. I was like, you know, if you get it here, you get it there. But I have worked a few jobs where you're up at night, like some kind of delivery type of jobs, you know, and it's like you always feel like you're trying to catch up with sleep. And also, like, I lived in my car for quite a while, probably like a few years, you know, if you really count, you know. So one time I was driving back from Southern California to Northern California, and I distinctly remember hearing the podcast with Joe Rogan interviewing Matt Walker about sleep. And it really actually kind of changed my whole trajectory, because basically it's like a lot of people just poo-poo sleep and act like it's not important. And I was kind of one of those people, I guess. And basically he just was talking about how it contributes to weight gain and aging, and also, like, when you miss sleep, it's almost like you're in sleep debt, you know, and your body just goes through a lot of stuff when you miss sleep, and you get more depressed. And so I mean, I still continued to live in my car for a while after that, but when I was traveling throughout Asia, I was able to afford like hotels there, like in Thailand and stuff, because it's cheaper. And so I would be able to sleep a lot better than when I was in a car. And it just made me realize that how important. I think that like my sleep got a lot better while I was traveling actually, in the last several months, and I feel actually more clear headed. So I realized that it's such an important component. At the same time, like I think that I used to live in a way where I'm sort of a nocturnal animal. So it's been a challenge for me to try to go to bed earlier, or not stay up all night, like either playing music or going on my screen or whatever. And it's a journey that I'm continuing on, trying to be more healthy and trying to be more aware of stuff like this. We could ride away to the other side of the bay. It's only miles away. Feels like the other side of the world. The other side of the world. We could swim underneath stars. Don't have to travel far, and then we're gone again, back again until another day. Until the burning season. Until the burning season. Feeling life's kaleidoscope in black and white, turning into a technicolor dream. It's not a simulation, it's my imagination. I can see it on a screen. It's like a TV in my head. I say goodnight before I'm going to bed. Stay so long, didn't try to fall in love. These neon dreams got the better of me. What you think about it when I'm gone? I never meant to stay so long, never try to fall in love. Neon dreams got the better of me. What you think about it when I'm gone?
I had a restful day at the hotel, partly because I was kind of locked out. Well, I was locked out in a sense where I didn't know how to get out of the gate because it seemed like the kind of thing where you have a buzzer to unlock it, but really you use the same key that you would take to go into the gate as out of the gate. And I just didn't realize that. And I couldn't find someone to let me out. So actually I just sort of like, you know what? Maybe I'll just sort of like fast a little while and chill, think about things. Oh, sir. And so then a few hours later, I met the guy that works here, or he owns the owner, and he showed me how to do it, how to get out. So now I'm going and hunting some food. And it's kind of cool. Usually I'm not really out and about during the nighttime. So this is Escazu. I think it's still the San Antonio part of Escazu, but I'm not sure. So it seems like Escazu is sort of like a region, and then there's like little neighborhoods within it. And that's also kind of part of San Jose, which is like the capital city of Costa Rica. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to find a supermarket. He told me that the supermarket I'd been going to was a little bit on the expensive end. I didn't realize that. I just thought it was expensive here. But, you know, the stuff I got wasn't really that bad because I just got like bananas and some macaroni salad and stuff like that, and some juice. But he told me to go to Auto Mercado. Honestly, I saw an Auto Mercado in Santa Ana, and I thought it was an auto mechanic shop, like for cars and stuff. I guess it's auto means just, you know, not. Okay, so where am I? Okay, so I got some Fig Newtons to eat, gluten-free, and I'm gonna start not scarfing stuff down. I'm gonna chew it until it's like juice. Okay, so I'm gonna see how long it's necessary to eat this Fig Newton. Turning that into cookie juice right there. So just a little over a minute is how it takes for me to properly eat a cookie. Chewing it correctly. I know this seems radical and weird, but I'm really trying to train myself to not scarf shit down. And it's partly because I also have a hard time chewing because of my teeth. So let's try it one more time. Oh, by the way, this is my last night in Costa Rica. I'm going back to the States tomorrow. I shouldn't have put that whole piece in my mouth yet. Isn't it weird when something tastes really good? Why do we have this like inclination to eat it fast? So my last video got interrupted by my pal and my ex-girlfriend. Shout out to Susie Shaman in San Pedro, California. Formerly of the Valley, like a good Valley girl. Okay, so what I was talking about was when you're eating, what is it in my brain, I don't know. And I think in a lot of people that I know, where they want to scarf down the food. What is that? Is it some kind of anxiety left over from the caveman days? Is it from growing up a little without, I don't know, not poor, but, a little less than average? I don't know. I don't know. But what I realize is sometimes I'll be eating something that's delicious and I'll be eating it all fast, and I'm like, why am I eating this so fast? I should be enjoying this. I mean, what the hell? Anyway, food for thought. Look at all that. That's quite a fence right there, huh? Look at that, huh? I go right there. Taste test. So I got this beet salad. I just got back. Haven't really eaten anything today except for a couple of fig Newtons. Okay. This is called ensalada rusa. Remolacha, I guess that's what it's beet in Spanish. Beats me. How much was this anyway? Hold on a second. So this beet salad was under $4, about 17.50 colones. About three and a half. I taste cilantro. Not so long I gotta chew for. Get mess around. For my digestive system. And for your digestive system, you better do the same. Not bad, huh? Okay, getting there. Oh yeah, that's right. Getting back to the airport right now. Got my Uber. This is the first time I've ever taken an Uber in a different country. Sí.
Where are you from?
San Francisco, near San Francisco.
San Francisco.
In Los Angeles, California. Yeah.
Mucho largo.
Sí.
Costa Rica is good?
Sí. I was not here too long, 10 days. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Aeroport Internacional.
Nicaragua, huh? What part of Nicaragua?
You like que usted de Nicaragua.
Yeah. I come visit Nicaragua.
Para el aeropuerto, dejarlo, va para California. Compa mío. Dale. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So we just saw a guy running on the side of the freeway. Caminar on the highway.
estadio. National Estadio.
Yes. So I'm back in the airport doing the whole airport rigmarole. It seems like it's actually going faster than a lot of airports, international. So almost through security here.